slight advantage by Peter Smith. A slight weight advantage for Smith as well. Reach, and right now he's the younger of the two fighters. So based on the tail of the tape, we're going to give it to Smith early, or should we let Mcclain have a chance here?
It looks pretty even on the tail of the tape.
Both these fighters come in with good training. We understand that Peter Smith spending literally hours in his gym getting himself ready. Harold Volbrick would not let him do anything but work hard. Other side of the coin, Bill Slayton, of course, doing his job with John Mcclain out of Las Vegas, Nevada. And you know that he too will be ready for tonight's action. Mcclain comes in with a record of 20 victories, 5 losses, and a couple of draws. 13 of his 20 victories have come by a knockout. Other side, 9 of 17 by Smith. The rules that'll be governed tonight on our WBU championship fight: no 3 knockdown rule, a mandatory 8 count after a knockdown, cards after 6, which means in an accidental butt or foul will go to the cards after the 6th round. Before that, it would be either a no contest or a technical draw. And of course, you cannot be saved with the bell in any round in this title fight. And again, interesting, the 3 knockdown rule waived for this championship. A lot of people like that, a lot of people don't. Nigel, your thoughts on the 3 knockdown rule in a round?
Well, I think it's a pretty good rule of thumb. If a man's down 3 times in a round, he's pretty much had it. But I have seen times when the knockdown was a flash knockdown and the man fought back well between the knockdowns. It's a judgment call. If every referee in the world was a great referee, we probably wouldn't need the 3 knockdown rule. We could leave it to the referee's discretion. But as a rule of thumb, knowing that some referees are not as good as others, I think basically it's a good rule.
We talked about the knockouts by Mcclain. 13 of his 20 does possess that good punch, and as Nigel and I talked early in the fight, of course, one punch, particularly at this level in the super cruiserweights, and the fight is all over. Peter Smith also comes in with those 9 knockouts of his own, but he likes to do it in combinations. They call him a good solid combination puncher. Very quick pace action. So I think we can, despite the fact that 2 larger fighters, could see a rather fast moving fight here tonight in this championship title fight.
Well, Smith's style is to throw, as you said, rapid fire combinations rather than trying to load up for the big bomb. Mcclain has basically had an in and out career. He has 13 knockouts. It seems to indicate he's a slightly harder puncher, but when thinking about a man's knockout percentage, you always have to factor in the quality of the opposition. Probably after a round or 2, we'll be able to tell who's got the most kick in their punch. But it wouldn't at all surprise me if this was a distance fight.
You know, looking at the knockouts by Mcclain, 8 of those 13 have come in the first round, so he does try to do his damage early on. And I would imagine Peter Smith and Harold Volbrick, who trains him in that other corner, have to be cognizant of that and say, hey, let's be a little more cautious in that first round. Let us get through that first round and then make our decision of how we're going to carry the rest of the fight as they look at tonight's action.
I think that's especially true tonight for Peter Smith. He's had a couple of tough fights recently. 2 fights ago, he suffered his only loss. His last fight against Anton Neal was a very tough fight where he had to hang on the last round. So I think because of the fact that his last 2 fights were very grueling, very physically punching fights, Smith will be cautious early in the fight.
Well, coming into the ring now is John Mcclain out of Las Vegas, Nevada. Comes in and looks for a chance to win a world title tonight for the WBU Super Cruiserweight Championship as they get ready to battle here tonight in South Africa. He has lost the NABM title fight that he went for, that in January of 1995. He lost in 12 to James Heath. And, of course, he won the California heavyweight title fight, winning over Sean Mcclain out in a 3-round knockout in June of 1995. Mcclain has had a little inactivity, has not fought since July of 95. That will be interesting to see how much rust is there as Mcclain is in and ready to go. And now here comes his opponent. Need I tell you, he's the popular fighter here in South Africa from Transvaal. His name is Peter Smith. 17-1-0 is his record with 19 knockouts. And he has just won the Transvaal Heavyweight Championship, as Nigel pointed out, in a tough fight against Anton Neal in a fight that was fought just a few months ago, October of last year. Both are in and both are ready for tonight's title fight. And the crowd, I think you can kind of feel the excitement in this very small venue. They are almost elbow to elbow getting ready for tonight's introduction to the fighters, as Desmond Sono is our ring announcer getting ready for that introduction. The 2 fighters we made mention, very active pack fighters. And again, Mcclain likes to get something done early on. We'll see how that goes as here's Sono.
Where Jumbo Cash and Carry, Cedric Kushner Promotion in conjunction with Golden Gloves present the main event of the evening. This bout is sanctioned by both the SA Commission and the World Boxing Union. The SA representatives, Chairman Dr. Mcclain, Executive Director Stan Kushodolu, WBU Supervisor and Chairman of Natal Boxing Commission, Maurice Owen, the timekeeper from South Africa, Champ Bowen, the ringside doctor, Dr. Koboza, judges from the Free State Province in South Africa, Mr. Sintin Sekeleta, all the way from the USA in Miami, Rocky Young, and from the Western Cape in South Africa, Howard Goldberg. And when the bell rings and action begins, the third man in the ring and referee, all the way from London, let's give a warm welcome to Dave Paris. This is it, ladies and gentlemen, 12 rounds of boxing for the vacant World Boxing Union Super Cruiserweight Championship of the world. Introducing your principals, starting first, fighting out of the red corner in black trunks, weighing in at 87.74 kilograms with 27 fights, 20 wins, 5 losses, 2 draws, all the way from USA. Let's give him a South African welcome, John Mcclain. And across the ring in the blue corner, in red and gold trunks, weighing at 93.54 kilograms, with an impressive record of 16 fights, 15 wins, 1 loss. Let's welcome, all the way from South Africa, Peter Smith.
Dave Paris, our third man in the ring, will be handling this championship fight tonight, and a good-looking Peter Smith, along with John Mcclain, head for center ring.
I'll give you the instructions in the dressing room, boys. The front with an upper part of the glove. If one of you goes down, the other goes in the furthest neutral corner. Break when I tell you to. Defend yourself at all times. Shake hands, boys. Good luck with both.
Dave Smith, along with Nigel Collins, the managing editor of Ring Magazine, joining you. And I guess if stares have anything to do with the concentration, we're in for a good fight, Nigel. That was a pretty good stare down there, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was, and actually both men look physically in great shape. There's no rolls of fat, and unless there's something here that doesn't meet the eye, I don't think conditioning is going to play a factor. They both look in excellent shape.
And I think you'll find with these two cruiserweights, both of them technically, maybe not so much in Mcclain, but certainly for Smith coming down to this weight to fight, have some excellent quickness for guys this size. You see excellent height on both of them, 6'3", 6'2", respectively. And again, Smith weighing in at 90,54, about 199. Mcclain at 87,74, about 193. Coming into tonight's fight. Quickness by Mcclain, trying to throw the lead left jab. You can see how cautious he is right now. As Smith just kind of waits for him to come in, and both of them kind of staring a bit and then lunging at each other from time to time.
Well, this is a big opportunity for both of them, and nobody wants to make a stupid mistake early in the fight.
Sometimes hard to tell yourself early on, there's 12 rounds. There's plenty of time. Which is always one of those real problems with youngsters that just come out of the amateurs, because you've got 3 rounds, you got 2 minutes each round, you got to make something happen in a hurry. You got to score. It's a little tough for them to kind of back off. These guys, of course, have been in there. Now the 28th fight for Mcclain, the 19th fight by Smith and Mcclain. First round, he's done his damage, and down goes Peter Smith. He's looking for a little help. He's still in trouble.
Looks a little disoriented, a little unsteady on his feet.
Dave Paris has to make a decision. He has to question, but does Peter Smith react? Here comes Mcclain. Mcclain underneath. Peter Smith trying to grab to hang on as Mcclain again continues to pound away. And Smith is in real trouble.
Mcclain scoring with right hands practically at will. Sees a golden opportunity here and is doing everything he can to take advantage of it. Smith still seems rather disoriented. He's doing his best to hang on, but Mcclain is sneaking that right hand in over the top and underneath.
There comes Smith throwing one off the break and Mcclain.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
They say protect yourself at all times, but you're certainly not supposed to hit on the break.
Oh, a little up and under type swinging hook that time thrown by Mcclain, and Smith continues to be almost totally disoriented. He's in real trouble. Mcclain's got it down a second time.
I think the right hand that landed a few seconds earlier was the punch. Referee Dave Paris has stopped it. A huge upset here. The local man, Peter Smith, devastated by a real quick start by John Mcclain, who came all the way from Las Vegas. The odds were against him, and he certainly showed that he has to be considered one of the most dangerous cruiserweights in the world.
You know, a stat that we kind of just casually threw out there, 8 of his 13 knockouts in the first round make it 9 of 14 now by Mcclain, as he has gone out and just tagged Peter Smith. Right hand started him down. He was really never right after that first knockdown. Dave Paris asked the necessary questions to let him continue.
Here's the
but
first
he never
knockdown.
was there. Here it is again.
And it was a straight right down the pike. Hit Smith on, looked like on the point of the chin. Nothing fluky about it. Here it is again. He rocks back. There it is. Arm fully extended, right on the point of the chin. And that's the kind of punch that accounted for all those first round knockouts.
So you see the victorious John Mcclain stands in triumph here in South Africa, the winner by a knockout and the new WBU Super Cruiserweight champion with a first round knockout, a TKO if you will, over Peter Smith, who is called out and again stopped the fight by Dave Paris, the referee, very wisely so after the second knockdown. As Smith was never right after the first, after the second, he definitely was out of this fight. You saw him stumbling around the ring, just literally trying to find his balance.
Yes, his legs were gone. He just didn't have any control over his body. It wasn't doing what his mind was telling him to do it. All the circuits were short-circuited, and the most important thing is that John Mcclain kept clocking him with that right hand. He saw the opportunity, he gambled to a certain extent, went for it, and he got it.
You're watching Mcclain again. Looping left hand, just kind of backing up, and it set Smith up for another good solid right hand early in the round. And Mcclain, he's relentless with that right hand.
And we're really getting the same kind of view of this fight as John Smith had as Mcclain came charging in, throwing that right hand over the top and underneath, mixing in a few lefts just for good measure, right to the ear. And that right hand was the whole story. As soon as Mcclain knew he could land it, he kept throwing it over and over again. And frankly, Peter Smith never got started. It's the old story of catching a fighter cold, and when you do, taking advantage of it.
Well, again, Mcclain,
after 2
here's the
minutes
official time.
and 47 seconds of the first round, the winner and the new champion for the WBU Super Cruiserweight Championship of the World, John Mcclain.
John Mcclain wins the title. He, by the way, has been knocked out twice in his career. Troy Weaver in 92, Alexander Zolkin, of course, the outstanding European fighter in the third round out in October of 94. A good credential there to go down, but now he himself has come up with a knockdown and a knockout to win his title. And after going on a couple of opportunities to win a fight or two in a title fit situation, he does not get it here tonight. Bert Blewett is in the ring with John Mcclain. Let's see if we can pick up some of those comments as they talk
well,
to
John
the new
Mcclain,
champion.
congratulations. We knew that you had fast hand speed, but we didn't think we could win that quickly.
Well, I just have to say all praises due to Allah, because without God, none of this would be possible. I just came out, you know, my manager and trainer both, they told me to come out and take my time, but, you know, try to crack him with my right hand, and that's what I did. And they were right, and you see the result.
Well, you gave away weight, you gave away height. The only advantage was your reach, I think. You certainly made the most of it. Now, what does this do for you, winning a new title in a new division for an organization which is relatively new?
Well, hopefully it'll take me all the way to the top. Basically, it'll be up to my manager, my promoter, Cedric Kushner, who I want to also thank for making this happen, and along with everyone in South Africa, and Peter Smith as well. He was a very tough opponent. He was very strong. I felt his power immediately when he hit me with his first jab. I felt that he was strong. So I just want to thank everyone that made it possible. And as far as, you know, what it's going to do for me, only God will tell, you know.
Well, Cedric will have a lot to say about it, but Roy Jones is talking about moving up in some weight classes. come on up and test the 210-pound WBU Super Cruiserweight division. We'd love to see him up here. Other than that, good night, Kerry. We're coming home.
One last word before you go. Did he bother you at all? We didn't think he did. Were there any moments in this round that he worried you?
No. Can't say that he really bothered me. I mean, he's an opponent, and he's a strong opponent. And we're in his hometown. He had the altitude going to his advantage. Those are the things that bother me more so than himself. But he's a tough guy, you know, like I said, and he's strong. So any man that's strong always presents a threat because he can knock me out as well.
Thank you very much, and congratulations once again.
Thank you.
We'd just like to have a word
Well,
with
the comments
Morris
once
Owen,
again of,
the
Bert
supervisor
Blewett.
for WBU. Now, Morris,
As again, he's
this
in
is
the
an
ring, and
historic
again
moment
with
in as much
James,
as the very
John
first
Mcclain,
time
who
that
wins the
this
title.
weight division has been contested worldwide.
And again, he continues
What do you
to
see
battle
for the future
inside
of
and
the super
finally
cruiserweight
get Smith out of there
division
in
worldwide?
the final
Well,
round.
Bert, you know, the Super Cruiserweight is a division that has been created by the WBU, and I think that it's a great division for boxing because it helps those that are not fully heavyweights and those that are just under. And I think that just proved here tonight. You saw two fighters that were in superb condition, and it was dramatic. It was a real dramatic end, and I think that the WBU are to be congratulated on instituting a new division, and I think that their world champion is somebody that's going to have to be reckoned with worldwide.
Thank you very much indeed, Morris.
Thank you very much, Bert.
And with that, we go back to Madala Edom at ringside.
Well, Sam Smith along with Nigel Collins back here with the Cedric Kushner Sports Network. And again, our thanks to Bert Blewett for sharing some comments in the